what in the actual world of Etsy is happening right now. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny and I share what's new on Etsy and Etsy print-on-demand tips to help you scale your Etsy business. Unfortunately, this video is not a super positive one. My head is actually spinning with information right now. For those of you who don't know what's going on, apparently many shops who do print-on-demand are having listings deactivated, and some, in the worst case scenario, their shops are being suspended. There's a lot of speculation, and as more information comes out, I am learning that it seems like it is due to their use of mock-up photos. Ouch. This is a huge ouch because, you know, I always say the mock-up photo is one of the most important things to convert sales on Etsy. For those of you that don't know what a mock-up photo is, basically it's a picture of a blank t-shirt where you put your print-on-demand design on, you list it on Etsy. When someone purchases it, the printing company, I use PRINTIFY, prints and ships that product to the customer for you. Now, apparently, Etsy wants us to have an actual representation of the product. Why is this happening now? Well, actually, Etsy has had it in their policy since 2018. I'm gonna read it from their policies directly here. If an item is created with production assistance, the listing photo should be of the finished product or an image supplied by the production partner that accurately depicts the item the buyer will be receiving. Sellers are responsible for ensuring that these images properly represent their finished items. It never specifically said that you can't use the mock-up photos, but here there's a fine line where it pretty much sounds like they wanted us to have a physical product in hand or use, say, PRINTIFY's mock-up photos, which doesn't fully make sense to me because PRINTIFY and other production companies are also using mock-up photos, so I don't really understand that. Why are they cracking down now? I think the print-on-demand space has just grown immensely. They are receiving more and more customer complaints. I'm going to show you some examples of reasons why customers might not be happy when they receive their print-on-demand product. This is not the case all the time, but sometimes the mock-up photo still does not accurately depict the finished product. It all depends on the seller and how they are making their mock-ups. I've coached many people and I've seen it over and over again that people are not correctly making their mock-ups. Some people will make their designs way too small on their mock-up photo, and then when it arrives to the customer, it's much bigger, or vice versa. They are stretching the mock-up design way too big, and then when the customer receives it, it's much smaller on the actual product. Customer is not happy that what they have in their hands is not what they saw in the product image. Another example might be if somebody is creating a mock-up and they just slap the design on the mock-up and put it up without lowering the opacity or the transparency of the design. The product image looks very vibrant, and when somebody gets the product in hand, it's not going to be as vibrant as the product image because the ink sinks into the material of the shirt, which in turn makes the design look less vibrant. That's why I always coach people to lower the opacity of their designs on their mock-up photos. So basically what I'm hearing is okay to use is the printing company's mock-up photos, which I always say not to use, but we're gonna have a workaround for this. Or you can order samples of your products yourself and take your own product images, but that is so hard for somebody like me who has thousands of print-on-demand products in their Etsy shop. I am thinking that we can use PRINTIFY's mockups. You can download their t-shirt mockups or sweatshirt mockups, whatever it is that you are using, and make it your own by pulling it into Canva, erasing the background, and putting your own background. This might be another way for us to brand ourselves within our Etsy shops. Are the printing company's mock-ups ideal to use? No. But if everybody starts using them, then it's going to be okay, because that's what's going to be commonly found on the Etsy platform. Moving forward, I'm going to make some videos showing how we can use PRINTIFY's mock-ups and switch out the background to make it our own. We could possibly ask customers to send us photos of the product, maybe offer them a coupon for future purchases. These are all just ideas that are floating around in my head. I will still be getting use out of all of my thousands of mock-up photos that I have. I'm going to save them all, and I'm also going to continue purchasing from these mock-up shops because we can use these mock-up photos elsewhere. We can start promoting our products on social media. Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, and driving traffic from these areas with these beautiful mock-up photos to our now ugly Etsy listings. Listen, I know it's not ideal, but I have seen it work plenty of times. Haven't you seen the shops that have hundreds of thousands of sales and they have not a great mock-up photo? It's literally just a plain white background with like a t-shirt laying there and it's hideous and you're like, how is this making all these sales? Most of the time those shops are driving traffic from social media to their Etsy shop. I've always taught that you don't need social media to drive traffic to your Etsy shop because Etsy is very good at bringing organic traffic to your listings if you're using good SEO, meaning keywords in your titles and tags. But in this case, we might want to start branching out and sending traffic over to our shops by using our beautiful pictures. I am not sure. These are all just my thoughts. It's like so difficult to be going through right now during Q4 holiday season. I don't want to raise panic in anyone. I don't have any true definite facts. Like I said, most of it's speculation, but as more listings are taken down and more shops are shut down, we're all kind of connecting the pieces, putting the puzzle pieces together and starting to figure out that this is unfortunately possibly the case. We're not gonna panic, okay? We need to let this pan out a little bit longer till we get full statements from Etsy. I do know that PRINTIFY is in the works of connecting with Etsy to get us answers as well. Those are probably the only two sources that I'm going to 100% believe is Etsy or PRINTIFY. Try not to make your decisions just off of speculation. What am I personally going to do? I'm going to just continue doing what I'm doing. I have not been affected by this yet. It's Q4 season, sales are coming in. Yes, I'm nervous. I'm taking that risk at this time until I have 100% confirmation that this is the issue. I am, however, having thoughts in my head considering about switching to another platform. I will keep you guys posted with exactly what I decide to do, whether it's switching all of my items to Shopify or eBay or trying to sell on TikTok. I'm not sure yet, but I know that I'm not ready to leave Etsy. Yes, this puts a bad taste in my mouth about Etsy. Once again, they're switching things up on us last minute. It doesn't sit right with me. It makes me feel like, man, I should just like have ownership of all of my things and not have to worry about this and sleep good at night, not wondering if my shop's gonna be shut down. But on the flip side, Etsy has been so good to me and changed my life and so many others. And if this really is the case where they are shutting down a lot of print-on-demand shops due to the use of mock-ups, this is going to clear out a lot of people. And if you do decide to stay on Etsy, you could become pretty profitable by staying because there's going to be more demand on the platform and less competition. I'm well aware that this video is not giving you any helpful information in regards to where to go next. I'm well aware of that, but I just wanted to make this video to let you know that even I and creators, we don't know what's going on either. We are going to keep you updated through this whole process and we are in this together. It's going to be okay. Try not to panic in the meantime. In my eyes, if your shop has not been affected yet, just keep doing what you're doing. It's always important to have backup of all of your listings because if they do shut down your Etsy shop, you're going to lose all of your product images. So if you haven't saved them yet, you might want to save them somewhere. There's also a way to send all of your listings to a Shopify store. I think it's free for under 200 listings and then you have to pay for more than 200 listings. Don't mark my words on this. I have not tried it yet, but as soon as I do, I will make a video on showing how to do this just to have our listings backed up in other places in case the worst case scenario happens and our shops are suspended. Whether we decide to move to another platform or stay on Etsy, it's still going to be a lot of work. And this is what comes with being a business owner. There's always going to be times in your business that you have to pivot, whether you're a brick and mortar shop or an online shop. There's always going to be a time where we need to pivot. Etsy is not going to stay the same for the next 20 years. There's going to be other things just as big as this that we might have to pivot with. Print on demand is not going to stay the same within the next 20 years. We have to keep up with the times and sometimes it's very uncomfortable. But in order to be a successful business person, you need to be able to adapt and pivot and not let an unfortunate situation hinder your success. We are bigger than this. This is uncomfortable. It's during Q4. We are confused. We don't have definite answers. It's big. It's big. You're allowed to be having all the feelings, all the thoughts, all the confusion. Know that I myself feel it too, but just know that we're all in this together and we're going to figure it out. If worst case scenario is that they are shutting down print-on-demand shops because of the use of mockups, we're not going to quit because of that. We're going to pivot and figure out another way. Right before I went to post this video, I noticed that when I went to make a listing on Etsy, there is a banner at the top of my Etsy, and it reads as follows: Etsy is a place for unique and creative goods. Our policies help us protect what's special about our sellers' items. Make sure your item can be sold on our marketplace and don't use stock images or other photos you found on the internet. Keep in mind, if you don't follow our policies, we may need to remove your listings and star seller badges or suspend your account. What are your guys' thoughts on that banner? I'm going to take some time to process this and hopefully make a video in the next day or so to let you know what I'm going to be doing with this information moving forward. Actually, in the meantime, I'm considering putting my shops on vacation mode over the next day or so until I figure out what to do with this information, just in case they are going through and in fact suspending more Etsy accounts. I don't want that to happen to mine. I might put things on pause for a few days until I have definite answers. This might be something that you want to consider doing as well. I know it's really tough during this Q4 season when the sales are coming in to put a pause on that, but I'm thinking this is what I'm leaning towards for right now. I will keep you all posted in the following days on what I decide to do moving forward. As uncomfortable as this is, Etsy may have wanted to make this shift for a long time. Yes, they will be out of money for suspending print-on-demand shops as well, but this is a turning point for them and for us to do things the right way for our customers. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's keep it positive and let's keep this a learning experience so that we can grow together. Throw your ideas and suggestions in the comments. I want to keep this a positive, safe space for all Etsy sellers. If you found this video useful, please give me a like and subscribe because I'm going to be putting out more on this topic moving forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.